Welcome back to Love Island. Drama continues this week as cracks are starting to show in the villa.
My bad, wrong intro, guys. Welcome back to BaldFC. I'm your host, the Bald Man, bringing you Premier League action from Matchday 24. We're just gonna go into scores from this week. Let's get right into it. Boom, boom, boom. We're moving. City down Everton 2-0 this week. Erling Haaland coming back to Premier League action and scoring a brace. This was his second game back to the Prem. He looked like himself, back to his scoring ways, getting in on those through balls over the top, muscling defenders. You know, it's just how Haaland does it. It's a dominant brace there. Second game was Fulham versus Bournemouth. Fulham won 3-1 with a brace for Rodrigo Muniz, the 22-year-old Brazilian. Haven't heard much about him, honestly, but yeah, he scored a brace this game. Good on him. Fulham ahead of a pretty strong side. Bournemouth was pretty in form recently. Liverpool beating Burnley 3-1. Three of Liverpool's attack scoring, one for Jota, one for Luis, and one for Darwin Núñez. Sheffield versus Luton Town. Sheffield actually pulled off a pretty huge win for them, 3-1 over their fellow graduates from the championship. 3-1, two controversial handball calls leading to penalties in that game, one for each side. Tottenham beats Brighton 2-1. Brighton actually scores first from a penalty. 1-1 the whole game, and then in the last minute, 96th minute of the game, Son crosses the ball into Brennan Johnson, puts it away for the winner. Brentford 2, Wolves 0. Ivan Toney makes it 3 goals in 3 games. Newcastle wins over Nottingham Forest 3-2. Bruno Gamieres, Bruno G. brace masterclass from him, and I'm gonna give you guys my best Peter Drury impression. Declan shit, that's not what he sounds like at all. Declan Rice proves to be the nail in the hammer's foot as the former engine proves to be the architect of their most recent demolition. Arsenal thrash West Ham 6-0. Villa versus Man United ends 2-1. Scott McTominay serving up his now world famous Mick header. I think it's his 7th or 8th goal of the season. He's proving to be a match winner for United. Last but not least, Chelsea beat Crystal Palace 3-1 thanks to a Conor Gallagher brace and a fantastic second half from the boys. Let's go ahead and go into our 3 points from game week 24. Point number 1, this game week was a title wash. All 3 title contenders, all 3 winning comfortably. No slip-ups from any of the top boys. Liverpool winning 3-1. Their whole attack playing fantastically. They did get scored on, so they didn't keep a clean sheet. City with a clean sheet and 2 goals for Haaland. As long as he continues to do that for the rest of the season, City definitely have a distinct chance at this title. And then Arsenal, of course, with that 6-0 thrashing, that is a statement win for them again. That's 2 statement wins in a row to put their stamp in the title race. So now Liverpool are still in first with 54 points. City and Arsenal are tied 2 points behind them on 52 with the exact same goal difference. Title prediction coming up soon. Point number 2, Tottenham are back into the top 4 and looking pretty comfortable. Tottenham beat Brighton 2-1. Son coming back into the game. I think he came on at halftime, getting a good half, and then of course creating that goal in the end. Make Spurs fans rejoice over their huge 3 points. Create a little bit more separation between them and Aston Villa. Still 6 points on Man United, but leapfrogging Villa and staying ahead of them as Villa drop points again is pretty huge. Also to point out, Tottenham have gotten all of their players back. All of their big players we saw in the beginning of the season that started their title challenge. James Maddison and Mickey van de Ven both returned from injury. Van de Ven has recently proved to be the fastest player in the Premier League right now. Basuma and Papa Sarr returning from African Cup of Nations, as well as Son, of course, coming back from Asian Cup. This will be a massive boost for Tottenham as we see in the next coming games. Point number 3, guys, is that the Uniteds are flying. I don't know, I'm reaching here. Man United and Newcastle are moving up in the table. If you remember last week, I kind of dissed Newcastle a little bit, saying that Chelsea would finish higher than them in the table. I'm already backpedaling a little bit. Chelsea are doing well. I spoke too soon when complaining about Newcastle's form. Just had a really hard run of games, and we'll start to see them come back as they start to play some more weaker sides. They'll start to pick up some more points as their players return from injury. They've moved from, I think, 11th place down to 7th place now, and are definitely flying up. As for Man United, Man United's offense is starting to wake up. Man United's youngsters are earning all of the love right now with Garnacho, Højlund, and Kobe Mainoo. United earns a huge 3 points. Some awards for this week. Player of the Week. Had a couple people in contention for this week. All my boys with the braces. I've got Haaland, Erling Haaland, Bruno G, Conor Gallagher, Munir from Fulham. But I'm going to have to give it to Declan Rice for his amazing man-of-the-match display against his former team. 1 goal, 2 assists, just a huge result, and kept a clean sheet too. So I'll have to shout out him. Game of the week. It's either going to Arsenal 6-0 or United 2-1. Right now, United's 2-1 means more to them. So I'm going to give it to them. One to watch. Looking forward to Matchday 25. One to watch. Guys, one of the best games of this season so far was Manchester City versus our boys in blue, Chelsea. It ended 4-4 last time. I do not think that Chelsea are going to get this lucky this time. It could happen. I think this will be a high-scoring game. I could see Chelsea scoring 2, and I could see Man City scoring 150. So it's going to be an exciting game. Definitely tune into that match. A little peek at the Fantasy Premier League FPL for this week. 2 huge weeks for me, back-to-back. Last week with 95 points, this week with 87 points. Notable players: William Saliba with 12, Douglas Luiz with 10, Cole Palmer with 10, Vice Captain Bukayo Saka was 15, and Captain Erling Haaland with 26 points. Of course, had to make one mistake, benched Ben White with 9 points. As for transfers this week, I honestly couldn't justify taking out a single player out of this squad, so I haven't made any changes. Tune back in for Matchday 25 coming at you next week. Thanks for sticking around. Peace.